Hi, Ken Mason here once again with another very exciting guitar tutorial video. Before I get into the video, I'd just like to say if you're an absolute beginner and maybe you haven't attended a class yet, you are very welcome to come. We're all at different levels and I'm teaching everything from how to strum a guitar, how to play a note, how to hold it. So it would be great to see some new faces. Don't feel like you've missed too many so you can't start now. That's not the case at all. I will be covering in this video a couple ways to play a G chord, a B minor chord, and an F chord. B minor and F can be difficult to play, but there is a variation for both of those to play. It makes it a little easier. And you will find those in songs, so it's kind of good to know them. I'm going to cover power chords, and also the song Have You Ever Seen the Rain by CCR. It's got a great strumming pattern, great tune. And as an added bonus, Steeler's Wheel, Stuck in the Middle with You. Again, it has a great strumming pattern, and it's a real cool workout for your right hand, or if you're left-handed strumming this way. Anyhow, let's get right to it. Okay, so here we go with a G chord. So a G chord is a very popular chord. It gets played a lot in songs. So here we are. The first thing I'm going to do, the first way to play a G chord, you can take your first finger, your index finger, and put it right here on the second thickest string on the second fret. So this is your first fret, this is the second fret, and I'm just sliding it right up to here. So that note, I'm going to take my middle finger and put it right here on the thickest string on the third fret. And then my ring finger, I'm going to move all the way towards the floor to this thinnest string on the third fret as well. So it's a big stretch. So I have this one, and this one. I'll just show you from this angle. You can see what it looks like. And you're going to strum all six. So that's what a G chord sounds like. Now, another way to play it, the Beatles used to do this a lot. They would actually take this ring finger and move it up to the second string there from the floor, and then put the pinky to where that one just was. So now you're playing all four. So I've got these two on here, and it's a little brighter. It's still a G chord. You strum all six. The third way to play a G chord would be the same as the first, but using different fingers. So I'm putting my ring finger up here, my pinky all the way down there, and my middle finger here, leaving this free to do something else for other songs. Some songs use this finger to change the sound here. So we're going to keep this one free for a moment, and again, all six. So I'm playing the same notes as the first example, but just with these fingers. So you can get a good look there. The next way to play a G chord is to make a bar chord. Now, a bar chord is when your finger is simulating this nut here. So basically, I'm just moving up and barring everything across like that. And then I make this shape, which looks like an E chord almost. You can see what I've done here. I've taken my middle finger now, after I've barred all of this, and I put it on the third string from the floor, 1, 2, 3 up from the floor, on that fret right there, and my middle finger on this one right here. It's the second thickest string, and my pinky right below it, right here on so those two are on the same fret. In this case, it's fret 5. This is fret 4, and this is fret 3 that I'm barring. And I strum all six. So it looks like that. Now that's the hardest by far of all of them. This would probably be the easiest. And this is very bright and nice sounding, the Beatles style. You can play the G with these three fingers as well, just like the first one. The next chord I'm going to show you is a B minor chord. Now, the proper way to play a B minor chord is to bar it on the second fret, which is right here. And I'm making this shape here. So what I've done now is I've barred 5 strings on the second fret, not playing the thickest one. I'm not playing this string up here at all. I'm just playing these ones. I take my middle finger and I put it on the second string right there. And my ring finger is going up to the 4th string up from the floor. So 1, 2, 3, 4 on fret 1, 2, 3, 4. And my pinky as well on fret 4, but on the third thinnest string right there. And I'm doing 5 strings. See, I'm strumming 5. And that looks kind of like that, as you can see. Now, the easier way to play a B minor chord would just be to do this, this, and this. It's like little steps. 1, 2, 3. I'm on the second fret my first finger on that very first string down here, second string on the 3rd fret, 4th fret with my ring finger, and only strum 3. So you can get away, you can do a simple B minor that way. Doesn't quite sound as full as this one, which is the bar chord, but it will work as a B minor if you're just learning to play a B minor. The next one I'm going to show is an F chord. The proper way to play an F chord is to bar it right here. So you're barring the first one, the 1st fret, and then you make this shape here. You take your middle finger on the 1, 2, 3 string up here, like that, on the 2nd fret, and then you take your ring finger and you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so the 2nd thickest string, and your pinky right below it towards the floor right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, all on fret 3 here. So it looks like this, like that, and you strum all 6. There we go. That's a little better. Just hold the guitar a little different here, so you can see what that looks like. So I got 1 here, and 1 here, and barring the first one. The easier way to play F would be to just, with one finger, cover these two. With your middle finger, come here on the 2nd fret and the 3rd string up this way, 1, 2, 3. And your ring finger, your 3rd finger here, 1, 2, 3, 4, on the 3rd fret. So again, it looks kind of like steps, but I am covering 2 with this one, with this covering 2 strings, the 2 thinnest strings. So here we go again, like this, like that. And I'm going to strum 4 strings only. So that's a little bit of a simpler way to play F. So I hope that helps you. So next I'm going to show you some power chords. Power chords are really cool. So check this out. Or this one. So there's a couple examples of power chords in use. A power chord, its real name is a 5 chord, like a 1-5 chord. So if I say I go up here to this thick 5th fret on the thick string here, that's an A with my first finger, and I take my ring finger and go to the 7th fret on the next thickest string, which is my, right here, which is an E note. So I have this one and this one. So I something like that, and I just play 2 strings. That's a 5 chord, A and E, 1, 5. 5 meaning it's the 5th note of the scale. Do, re, mi, fa, sol. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 5 together. If I take my pinky and put it right under there on that 7th fret as well, so I'm doing, now I'm playing 3 strings, this one, and this one, thickest, next thickest, next thickest. And play those 3, it just makes it even a little more powerful because I'm doubling this note with this note. That's a do is the same as this. This is an octave of this note. They're the same note. That's an A, that's an A. It just sounds a little bit heavier, right? So that's how you would play a power chord. So if you know your notes on your neck, this is a G, then it goes alphabetical, right? Music goes to G. So we have A, B, C on the next string, C, D, E. A, B, C, D, E. So I keep the same shape. There's an A power chord. There's a B power chord. Move to the next strings over here. Now it's a C power chord. There's a D power chord. E power chord. So I keep the same shape, I just move my hand. There's a G power chord. Now they're called power chords because they sound powerful, but not just that. There's no major or minor in a power chord because a major and a minor is determined by the 3rd note, and there is no 3. We're only playing 1 and 5 and 8, and 1 and 8 are the same note, so it's really we're playing 1 and 5. So there's no chance to play it major or minor. So it'll work if you're reading a chart and somebody says, oh, play A minor, you could just do an A power chord, and it's going to work fine in that situation. You are missing the 3rd, but it still works. And I'm only strumming 3 strings, okay? Just like so. So I hope that helps explain power chords. Okay, so let's get right into this. This is a C chord. Okay, so a C chord is the first finger. You just move it up to the second string right here on the first fret. Our middle finger is going to go on the second fret on the fourth string. 1, 2, 3, 4 towards the ceiling this way. Our ring finger, our third finger, is going all the way up here on the third fret to the fifth string, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up here, 5. And we're playing 5 notes and 5 strings. Now the strum is down, up, mute, up, down, up, mute, up, down, up, mute, up, down, up. So mute is when I play something and then I stop it. So it'll be like this. Like that, okay? And the next chord that we go to is a G. And back to C. Now that's the verse. The next part is the chorus, which goes to an F chord, okay, and to a G chord. And then the next part is kind of cool. It goes from a C to a C over B, which looks like this. So what I've done here is do my C chord again. I take this finger here off, this one off, and then move this one up one note towards the ceiling here. Okay, and then I do 5 strings there. Next is an A minor chord. An A minor chord, like a C, it has the first finger on this first fret, but on the second string here. And our middle finger goes 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to here. Our third finger here is 1, 2, 3 right there, and there's the A minor. Okay, kind of looks like this. You can see that? Okay, so we have C, C over B, A minor, and all of those we're strumming 5 strings. Then we do an A minor over G. So we keep the A minor, but we take our pinky and put it all the way up towards the ceiling on the thickest string and then do 6 strings. So, like then we go to our F. Or you can do the F, this is the easier way, which is this way. Okay. And then we have the G. So that part, that little chorus part goes... like so. So there's the 2 parts of the song. I hope that's really helpful for you. Okay, so the last piece I'm going to show you here is the strumming pattern for Stealers Wheel Stuck in the Middle with You. So this one's really cool. It goes like this. So I'm playing a D chord, which is my first finger on the 3rd string up from the floor, 1, 2, 3. My middle finger on the first string. This is on the 2nd fret here, by the way. And my 3rd finger here, 1, 2, right here on the 3rd fret. So if you get a closer look at this, you can kind of see where I'm at. I got 1 here, and that one right there. And I'm strumming 4 strings. There's my D. So I'm going down, up, 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 down, up, 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 down, up. It sounds like this. So I'm doing muting here as well. So I'm going down, up, mute, up, up, up. And there's a mute between each of those ups. So down, up, mute, up, mute, up, mute, up, down, up, mute, up, mute, up, mute, up. So when I'm muting, you might notice I'm kind of hitting my strings. It kind of sounds like a percussion instrument. I'm actually muting with this part of my hand here, the soft part, but I'm still hitting to keep my count. 1 and. The song does switch to a G, and back to a D, like that. So that's the strumming pattern. So you should practice doing that. Down, up, 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 down, up, up, or 1 and 1 and if you're counting it out. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, with those 2, 3, and 4 being mutes. 1 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that's that D chord there. So good luck with that strum. We'll cover more of that song in the future. Have a great day.